Headaches. Now, I know I've been covering this topic for quite some time this month, but I want to talk a little bit more about this topic in a way that is not addressed very often. So, we are going to talk about how to sleep right and wake up pain free. So, I'm going to share three easy tips with you for cervicogenic headache relief. Now, as an executive mom, when you're balancing or juggling your daily work schedules, your endless meetings, and the responsibility of raising young children, sleep is very vital, and it is your time to recharge, to recoup from your daily hectic schedule. And if you wake up with that pounding headache, it can really set you back for your day, for your routine. And this cervicogenic headache is not just a headache which is usually limited to just the head. It will leave you feeling achy in your neck and shoulders. It makes you feel foggy in the head, like brain fog, that is lack of focus, makes you feel low energy. So there are lots of aspects of this cervicogenic headaches which of course nobody wants to experience. So let's talk about, in this today's video, let's talk about what exactly can you do in terms of your sleeping, in terms of your sleeping posture when it comes to cervicogenic headache relief, to avoid these headaches. Now, before we get into the topic for today, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Swati. I'm an executive mom power coach. I help moms of younger kids who work in high stress executive jobs to manage their spinal, that is back and neck, and nerve pain despite low energy levels and brain fog, that is lack of focus. Now, I do so by giving you some simple exercises, some easy lifestyle modifications, some tips and tricks that have helped me in my own pain and adrenal fatigue journey. Those of you who are familiar with adrenal fatigue know that it's a very wide. The two main symptoms were lack of energy and brain fog or lack of focus. And these low energy levels and lack of focus, when you have these two symptoms, if you have it, you know how difficult it is to manage everyday life, leave alone your spinal and nerve pain. Anyway, so moving on, because we are moms, we are busy people. So let's get into the topic for today, which is how to sleep right and wake up pain free, and three easy tips to manage the cervicogenic headache or for relief from cervicogenic headache. Now, as I was saying before about cervicogenic headaches, when we have these issues, we're usually looking at our daytime routine, even our sitting posture, but we saw most of us will overlook our sleeping posture. I had done that mistake at one time, so this is something that's close to it was something that really helped me to put those pieces of a puzzle together when I was working on my cervicogenic headache. So, the very first mistake that you might be doing is sleeping on your stomach. Now, when you're sleeping on your tummy, I know it's a comfortable position for you. Maybe this is a position where you're used to sleeping in this. However, if you sleep on your stomach, what do you do with your neck? It has to be turned to either side. Now, when you turn your neck, it's okay to turn it, I mean, in everyday activities, etc. But when you turn it for that 5, 6, 8 hours of sleep at night, can you imagine the kind of tension that you feel in that one side of the neck that is compressed, and then you feel that stretch or tension on the other side of the neck, which is all stretched out because that is the way you positioned it, right? So what do you do? Now, this unnatural positioning actually will stress the muscles and joints in your cervical spine. It can irritate those nerves, leading to cervicogenic headaches. Now, if you're not familiar with cervicogenic headaches, or you're not sure if you have cervicogenic headaches, I have a free guide for you, which is, let me just very quickly look at my notes. Yeah, it's called Is Your Neck the Cause of Your Headaches? I have left that free guide in a blog that I have written on the same topic. I will leave a link to that blog in the description of this video. If you're watching me on Instagram, it's in my bio. However, if you cannot find it, just send me the words neck causing headache and I will send that guide across to you. Alrighty, anyway, you can find this blog as well in my bio. If you cannot find it, just message me, I'll send it across to you. So going back, if you're sleeping on your stomach, what do? You can transition to back sleeping or side sleeping. This is easier said than done. I was a tummy sleeper and I have now transitioned to side sleeping. I can sleep on my back if I need it, but I still prefer side sleeping. So really that's your choice. Both of those positions are good. How do you transition is a gradual, slow, consistent process that you need to follow up very regularly. Again, that blog that I have written on the topic has a full video on this, and it breaks it down into bite-sized pieces that you can follow. All right, so I'm not going to go into it because otherwise this video will get too long. The second thing I wanted to talk about is a proper pillow height. If you have heard me talking about sleeping posture, I always address this because it's a very basic pillar of when you're talking about addressing any issues that arise from sleep, to do with your neck or your back pain for that matter. Now, looking at the neck, if you are sleeping with say you're sleeping in a side, you're a side sleeper, you're sleeping on your side, this is the tip of my shoulder, this is my earlobe, the height of my pillow should be from my tip of my shoulder to my earlobe. This will be different for every single person depending on how broad your shoulders are, if you have a petite frame, etc., etc. Now, if you have the wrong pillow, what will happen? If my pillow is very thin, I will do this in the night. Again, my neck is stretched on one side, compressed on the other side. Or I will put my hand under, I will put my hand under my head in order to support my neck in a neutral position so that it doesn't fall over to the side. Now, when that happens for that 5, 6, 8 hours of sleep, these scapular muscles, your shoulder, neck, all tends to get very tense. And you're doing this day in and day out, one night after the other. So you do not want to be in that position. If you have the right pillow, there is no reason for you to put your arm under your head. It is a problem that can be tackled very easily once you get your correct pillow. If you are a back sleeper, your pillow height should be from the back of your head to your upper back. Now, this is a thinner pillow as compared to if you're a side sleeper. If you're one of those that switches between the two, get a contour pillow which is higher on one side, lower on the other. I know not many people turn or switch their pillows around when they're sleeping, because when you're sleeping, right? However, you do have that option, and I mean, that's the best solution I have come up with. So I have a contour pillow. If I am ever sleeping on my back for any reason, I use the lower side of my contour pillow. Again, if you're looking for the pillows that I use and I recommend, I will leave the link to that in that blog that I just mentioned. If you didn't watch the initial part of the video, the blog is on the same topic as what we're talking about, and I will leave a link in the description of this video. On Instagram, you can find it in my bio. All right, moving on. Third is twisting your no, hang on, poor neck and shoulder support. We already talked about twisting your neck. So many a times when people are focusing on their screen or they're looking down on their phone, you would notice that they are always poking the chin out. Now, if you look at me from the side, this is the tip of my shoulder here, this is my earlobe. They should be in line with each other if I have a good posture. If I have a forward head posture, I drop a line from my earlobe, it falls in front of the tip of my shoulder. So that's the tip of my shoulder. This is the line that's falling in front of the tip of my shoulder there. That is a forward head posture. When you have a forward head posture, it is natural for us to round our shoulders and upper back. And that has a cascading effect, as it affects your thoracic, your lumbar, that is your mid back, lower back, and your pelvic areas. And then it can continue down into the hips, etc., because your body is all connected. There's no specific part of the body that works in isolation. So going back to the neck, so when you have a forward head posture, why do you round your shoulders? Because in order to balance that head, which is forward placed as compared to the rest of your body, you need to round your shoulders. I mean, it's a mechanical thing that we do. But in that, there is a lot of tension, that stress that is created around the neck, like we were talking about the pillow, about the sleeping on your tummy. And again, that can irritate the nerves. It can lead to a lot of nerve pain and cervicogenic headache that originates from those nerves that exit the spine from your upper to mid cervical spine. Anyway, so that is all I have for you. If you are interested in learning more about how to manage your cervicogenic headaches, I have a little course that I have made on this topic. Again, I will leave a description below this video on that course. So there is a link to the course. It's not a very expensive one, and that is intentional because I want it to be accessible to you. These are all the things that have helped me in my own cervicogenic headache journey. These are the things that I have used to help others to get to the other side in this cervicogenic headache journey. So, and I do hope that the simple strategies, but well, obviously effective strategies, will help you too. Alrighty, if you have any questions, any comments for me, I'm happy to help you out. Do leave them below the video and I'll answer them for you. Alrighty, I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.